it's November. I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know why, but October did this. And now it's November, and here I am doing up my November look of the month for you guys. So I'm doing a little something different this month. I am trying a chatty get ready with me November look of the month, where I talk a little bit about why I'm choosing things as I'm getting ready, give you guys an update on what's going on in my life, and construct the look from beginning to end so you can kind of see that process. So this is going to be quite a bit longer than my other looks of the month and a little bit different. And if you're a fan of this series, I really want to know what you think, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that we can create some beautiful looks together in a tutorial slash chatting slash get ready slash a little bit of everything video. So beyond further ado, without further ado, let's get right to it. And let's create my November look of the month. All right, so let's get ready. Let's construct our look of the month. I really hope you guys enjoy this. I know I said a little bit in the intro that this is a whole new thing, sort of half tutorial, half chatty get ready with me that I see sort of all over YouTube. So I'm really excited to try it this month. Hopefully it works out. It's really exciting for me to not have to get ready off camera and spend all that time, but get to get ready on camera with you guys. So we're gonna start today with my eyes. I always start with my eyes because I'm a messy eyeshadower. I always get fallout. So I prefer to start with my eyes because then I can just clean anything up and I don't have to go back. I usually wear a pretty full coverage foundation, so it's kind of a hassle to take that off. So we're gonna get started today. I'm gonna do an eye look. So I know the last couple of looks of the month have been, really eyeshadow focused. So I decided to do one this month that's more lips focused, which is sort of a trademark thing for me. So I figured, go a little simpler on the eyes, and then we'll build something up from there for the lips. And then I sort of already have a scarf in mind. What I usually do with my looks of the month and with just sort of makeup in general is that I try and kind of pick a scarf and a style that I really want to rock for the month, and then I will go ahead and create sort of the eye slash makeup slash general look based on that scarf itself. So I've picked a scarf this month. You guys are gonna have to keep watching to see which one it is. Well, I guess you probably saw it in the intro, so you're gonna have to keep watching to see how or why I decided I wanted this scarf. And yeah, it's all good. All right, so I just primed my eyes. So for me, I have really oily skin. If I don't use an eyelid primer, my eyeshadow is going to be off in like 2 minutes. I have 2 primers that are my absolute favorites. One is the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden, and the other is a Hard Candy, I don't remember. It's the low end version. It's the Hard Candy Everything or Stay Longer Primer. This is a really beat up, really old bottle because it lasts forever. So I will find it and I will link it for you guys. But pretty much use a primer. I mean, it's not expensive and you're gonna do yourself a favor. And then you must always set a cream with a powder. That's a general makeup rule. That is a hard and fast makeup rule. So I just put on this eyeshadow primer and it's all creamy and sort of tacky and sticky, and you don't want to put your eyeshadow right on over top that or it's going to be patchy and it's not going to blend. So I'm just going in with a mattifying powder for your lids. So this is just from Sephora and it's like the Everlast mattifying powder, so it just keeps my lids from creasing and it helps everything blend better. You can do this with just an eyeshadow that matches your skin tone. You don't need a special product for this. All right, now we're all ready. You can create some eye looks. So I'm using the brand new, well, it's not brand new, it released this summer, but it's brand new for me because I just picked it up on sale. It's the Tarte, I think Everything Play palette. I just got this. You think I'd remember, but I'll put it in the links below. I think it's on sale, so I don't think it's actually going to be out for very much longer. So I'm sorry to use something that might not be available in, let's say, like 6 months time if someone happens to be watching this, but I really wanted to use this because I just got it, so you'll have to forgive me a little bit. So we prepped our lids, we're ready to go, and I'm gonna go ahead and just build an eye look. I'm trying to do this as a bit of a mix of a tutorial and sort of just a get ready with me chat. So I'm not going to be like crazy, super detailed about everything I'm doing. And I hope that that's okay for you guys, because I do want to spend just a little bit of time chatting about, you know, what's going on. And, you know, if you do want to see a specific everyday matte eye look, I would rather do specific tutorial to that so that people aren't watching like a whole long video and all they want to see is just how to do your eyes. So you'll forgive me for not describing everything I'm doing. But generally, I'm creating an everyday matte eye look because this palette is all matte shades. Just really nice, creamy matte shades. So that's what I'm doing because we're focusing on the lips today for our November look of the month. I know last month I was joking around saying I was going to create something like ice makeup, but I have to say, even though it is November, it's just really not that cold yet. This is actually the first week that it's been cold. We had a little bit of snow on the ground, but it was gone by like the afternoon. So we haven't actually really had anything winter yet, knock on invisible wood, which has been nice for me because sometimes up here in the north, the winter can start intensely, intensely early. And I do not like that because, as you guys have heard in my previous videos, winter is not my favorite. So I was going to do ice makeup, but it's not icy outside yet. So maybe in January, when it will be a horrible frozen wasteland, I will create an ice makeup look and maybe I'll take you guys outside. Because, you know, may as well see the snow. It's very pretty here. It's just, if you're like me and winter is your least favorite season and you despise it, you do not want it. So all I did was do a transition. I always have a hard time saying those things together. Transition shade. I don't know why I might get tongue-tied, but I do. Of this really sort of medium cool toned brown shade here called Journey. And I'm just building up something so that my darker tones have something to blend into, which is very exciting, of course. Boring everyday eyeshadow we're doing here. We're not doing a crazy colorful look. The last couple months, like I said, I've been really focusing on eyes, and I didn't want them to get sort of, I didn't want the series to be just sort of like a one and done sort of thing. So I hope you guys are having a good November. I hope you had a good October. Halloween just finished up. What did you guys go for as Halloween? I was super lazy and had to do a costume last minute because I live 2 hours away from any store. I ended up having to sort of whip something up with what I had handy, which, you know, I have a few costumes that I've never gotten rid of. Like I have a historically accurate Cleopatra costume, which I love, and I have a Starfleet uniform, which I love, but neither of them were sort of like really work appropriate, and I had to wear this to work. So I sort of came up with like last minute, and if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see I posted it because I basically just did a costume based on makeup, which was fun, you know, because I feel like my makeup skills have grown a lot in the last 2 years, so I could create a costume that was just basically heavily done on makeup without feeling like a fool. So I created a really nice, sort of really dark smoky eye, and I went as Nancy from The Craft, which was one of my absolute favorite movies growing up. Definitely an influencing movie for my love of all things wacky and weird in the world. Definitely for sci-fi and sort of cult horror fantasy too. So just generally it's a movie I love. So I was happy to go as her. So follow me on Instagram if you want to see it. It's up on my posting there. But otherwise, I have to say, you guys, I feel like I just put up my October look of the month and I'm sort of a little like, oh, I'm doing, you know, my November already. Like, I just feel like this year especially, but this last couple of months have gone by insanely fast. You know, and I mean, sometimes it's like time stops and, you know, a week can last forever. And then sometimes you guys, you know, we're just going all the time with work and with everything else. And it just comes a lot. I'm sure, you know, you guys can feel that sometimes too. But this month in particular was just sort of an insane month for me. Yeah, it was sort of painfully busy, really painfully busy. and I've only just sort of started to calm down. This is the first weekend in a really long while I've had a chance to actually just like breathe. You know, I haven't been able to do any filming for a bit, so I'm really excited that I got to sit down and actually get this out the first week of November, because I really try to get these looks of the month out at the beginning of the month, and I don't want to be like leaving it till the mid and late parts of the month, but it's hard sometimes, you know, because you're just crazy. Like, you wouldn't think, you know, a museum curator would be such a crazy job, but sometimes, I swear to God, you guys, you know, like, it's just, it never ends, and I'm grateful for it. Like, I'm grateful to be busy. I'd rather be busy than not busy, but, you know, gets a little tiring. So I hope you guys had a good October. Definitely let me know in the comments if you had anything crazy or awesome or special happen. I always love to hear sort of what you guys are up to and, you know, what you're doing. Because I know some people may have had like the slowest month ever, and lucky. So all I've been doing while we are chatting about my insane October is just build up the shades as I go down towards the corner of my eye to create sort of a really nice gradient. We're creating a really nice gradient, a really soft sort of matte eye, and I'm really digging this eyeshadow, you guys. This is actually one of my first times sort of like concretely breaking into this palette, and I have to say, like, it is good. It is a good palette. Clay eyeshadows are always good. The Tarte eyeshadows are really good. But though I've heard some sort of, I guess not shitty stuff, but I've heard some rumors about their newest Tarte in Heat palette. Apparently it's not very good, so that makes me a little sad. I hope that it's just a fake rumor. Alright, so I've built, like I said, we're going really soft in the eye. I've built my eye look just with some sort of gradient of just dark. And it's all matte, it's very subtle. And now I'm just gonna put a pop of color on my lid, also with matte shade that's in here. So I used the Tarte, the Journey, Journey, Stone, and Smoke. So those are the three shades I used. I have to do like a simple everyday eye for you guys, because you can actually build pretty much this exact same look with two eyeshadows, a transition shade, a deepening shade, and a lid shade. So you only need like 3 shades to do a look, but I just, I'm bad because I like to do multiple looks. So, as I've just dug into instinct with my finger, that's great. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little packing brush, just a little packing brush, just pack some of this sort of really light, ooh, that's pretty. This is sort of like a peachy terracotta color, this instinct here. Just pack some of that on the eye, and we're good to go. This would actually be something that I would probably do for like work, maybe, like for a meeting if I had to be professional. You guys know that I have a love affair with all things dramatic in makeup, but unfortunately even I sometimes can't get away with going crazy. If only though, right? If only. Okay, so just blend out the edges because we want everything to look soft and pretty. Feels weird not having shimmer. I'm kind of a shimmer queen, so it feels weird not to having a shimmer on today. All right, see, so that's our eye makeup look. For the shadow, I'm going to do my mascara and my liner and my brows, and I will be right back, and we're going to do up our foundation and go from there. I figure I'll do the boring like mascara stuff off camera, so you don't have to watch me painfully try to put my mascara on getting ready for this video. So I'll be right back, and we're back. So I did my eyebrows and my mascara and my eyeliner off screen. I'm really glad I did, because it was one of those days where my eyeliner would not listen to me and I had to redo it like twice, and it was awkward and awful. And I'm just really glad I didn't try that on camera today. Also, I need both hands to do my eyeliner, so I was a little worried about trying to do it while it's like holding a compact, because I don't have like a proper makeup sort of mirror setup kind of thing for this stuff yet, but I am hopeful to get that in the future. But I wanted to start in on my face. So as you guys can see, I have quite a bit of rosacea and I get pretty broken out. For me, this is because of my polycystic ovarian syndrome. I get hormonal acne. So that means that especially in my chin, on my neck, in this area, I get really darn broken out. So for me, I'm always in a battle to find a good full coverage foundation, especially one that actually stays all day, because most of them break down and I get really shiny because I have oily skin. And it's just, bleh. It's my least favorite part of myself, I will say to you guys, is my skin. You know, I'm always fighting it. I'm always trying to find different products to cover it up. So I feel a little bit sort of bare doing this video without any foundation on, but I told myself that it was important to also be the real me and have a good time with you guys and get ready together, and that in the end it only matters that I stop doubting myself and, you know, and stop being silly. So we're doing this today. So right, so where was I? Oh yes, I was talking about how busy October was. So I was in 3 different conferences or 2 conferences, and I presented 3 times. So I was traveling a bunch, which is exhausting for me. I'm kind of an extroverted introvert, so I can be really social and I can have a really good time and all that kind of stuff, but I always have to get some time to recharge for myself, and I didn't really get a chance to do that much in October, so I was feeling pretty darn overwhelmed by the end of the month. I'm just really looking forward to getting home and to chilling out and getting caught up on my work, because I've got a bunch of work to get caught up on. And generally, I'm just really happy that I get a chance to sit down and film with you guys and sort of not have an insanely busy, crazy month of November. My November looks much quieter, and I'm really grateful for that. So all I did was just prime my skin. I used Maybelline BabySkin, which is this amazing primer you can get at the drugstore. I'm gonna do like a whole primer video, but I will have to say to you guys that that's probably like the #1 primer I've sort of like ever used, and that's including expensive primers. I think the only thing that comes close is the Pore Professional from Benefit, which I've also used. Normally, sometimes if I'm really broken out, I'll conceal everything sort of individually. I'll conceal all these little red bumps and stuff, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to go ahead and put on some foundation. So I use a brush to put my foundation on because I have oily skin, and beauty blenders are amazing and I love mine, but I find if I put my foundation on with a beauty blender, then I'm gonna be more oily because I'm adding more moisture to my skin because of the water on the blender. So I try to put a base layer on with a brush. I think this is just a Morphe foundation brush. I got it as a part of a set, and it's actually really good. The rest of the brushes I was a little disappointed with, but this stuff's actually really good. So yeah, November. My November's pretty quiet. I'm really excited to dig back into work and actually be able to stay you know, at my job for more than a week, because like lately I've been back for a week, gone for a week, back for a week, gone for a week, all that sort of great stuff, which I am never a fan of doing. So I'm excited for that, and I'm excited to get ready for the holidays. I finally was able to get some flights back to Ontario, where my family is, for Christmas, and I was really excited about that because I was really worried I wasn't going to be able to, because the prices are just ridiculous. Like, it was literally more expensive for me to fly home to Ontario for Christmas than my flight to Italy would be for Jordan and I for a honeymoon, because I'm looking at flights to Italy for a honeymoon, and we're, you know, hoping to go to Italy. And yeah, like, it is literally worse to fly halfway across Canada than it is to fly to Europe during the holidays, because they just price gouge you. Like, literally, it was crazy expensive. That's the one thing sort of I am always super jealous about with my American brethren, is you guys seem to be able to fly across America pretty cheap. We do not get that in Canada at all. It just gets crazy expensive whenever we want to go anywhere in this country. And you know, you think that they'd want to encourage people to fly around Canada and spend their tourist dollars in Canada, but that's really hard to do when, you know, you're charging me literally like $2,500 to fly to Ontario. It was crazy. Anyway, but I ended up being able to get a sale and use my points and all this great stuff to be able to fly home. And so I'm really excited because I actually get a chance to go home for the holidays and I get to go home for Christmas, and hopefully weather permitting that gets to stay. But yeah, I'm really excited to go home for Christmas. So I'm kind of hanging back and looking forward to that, and you know, just getting through this month and getting through work and holiday prep and all that great stuff. And I've been binge watching a lot of TV lately, though I still have to get caught up on a few things. I'm really excited to watch Stranger Things. My husband and I really love that show, and we haven't had a chance to watch the second season yet, so that's going to be really good. I've been watching The Exorcist, which is like a TV show based off the movie, a Netflix original, and that's been super good. I've been enjoying that. Generally being sad that I don't have cable, so I can't watch Outlander, so I've been like reading the books instead. So that's been pretty great. But yeah, I've basically just been sitting on the couch like a potato for the last week, just trying to rest and relax and chill out and all that great stuff, and you know, like get caught up with sitting down. It seems so silly, but like you get so tired of just like, you know, doing fun things, doing cool things, but you know, you just get tired. So I just put my foundation on. I'm just going to conceal because I have dark circles and I like to get rid of them. And I also use the concealer to highlight my face a bit. This lighting is a little weird and this foundation looks a little yellow, but it dries very nicely, and it is a good color match for me. A little bit dark, but relatively alright considering it's a drugstore foundation. So the foundation I just used was the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Foundation in Shell Beige. So this is an amazing drugstore foundation. It lasts all day for me. It's one of my absolute favorites. You can't go wrong with it. And then I just used the Age Rewind Dark Eraser Dark Circles Concealer. This is again a drugstore concealer from Maybelline. An amazing drugstore concealer, like definitely up there with some of the best. I actually can compare it to my Tarte Shape Tape. Like for me it's just as good. Really gets my eyes underneath, like just hidden, and it's like dark circles, what dark circles? I slept all night last night. No one needs to know that I woke up a ton. My cats were being jerks last night. They kept waking me up. It was great. I love them, but you know, they can be jerks. My dog will sleep all night, not a problem, but my cat, no. And then I'm just blending the concealer in with this sponge. I think this is a Lauritas Pro blending sponge. It's not as good as my beauty blender, but my beauty blender, I'm currently cleaning it. So this one I just cleaned. It's just stained. It looks dirty. It looks really dirty, but I just cleaned it. It's actually just stained. So I'm just gonna blend all that great stuff in. Just go over my foundation a little bit too, just to pick up some excess and basically make my skin look as flawless as possible. So this is pretty heavy coverage. I wear this most days. I know you're not supposed to wear full coverage foundation every day, but like I said, obviously you can see my skin looks much better. You know, it is nice and covered and like a blank canvas, and I really like that. I'm not a huge fan of, you know, just half coverage, light coverage. But I will wear like a BB cream on a day when I know no one's going to see me. Like if I'm at work and I know no one's going to see me, because this is a lot of steps. And, you know, for every day, it's a lot for your skin. Oh, pardon my voice. I'm just getting over a cold. You guys can probably hear it, but I really wanted to film today. So I just put my concealer on. And so now I'm just setting everything, setting my concealer, setting my foundation, and I'm using Rimmel's Stay Matte Pressed Powder in Translucent. This is an amazing pressed powder. I am so oily and my foundation breaks up so bad, but yet if I put this powder on, I can usually get through like a good 8 or 9 hours with my foundation only starting to break down and only starting to get oily, which is just amazing. Like I love that. And so what I do is I just push it into the areas where I know I'm going to get really bad, which for me is my T-zone, because I have combination skin. I'm dry in some places and not in others. It's great. You should try it. I'll take a big fluffy brush and I'll just put that press powder in the rest of the areas where I just want to set my liquid foundation, because what I say at the beginning of this video, we must always set a cream with powder. Rules. All right. So now, blank face, skin's all great, happy with this. I'm just going to go do my bronzer and my blush. I'll be right back with my lipstick and my scarf, and we're gonna finish up this look of the month. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so I am bronzed, blushed, highlighted, and shapered, and we are ready to go for the last little bit of this. So, like I said, I didn't do my whole face because one, this video would be like 40 minutes long because it takes me a while to get ready because I take my time. And two, like I said, this is new. You know, if you guys would prefer the shorter version of this, if you're kind of like, ugh, this is a lot of talking stuff, like, I don't care that you're busy. I don't care that you're watching Stranger Things. I just want to know, like, you know, what your looks are and why you're choosing them. I mean, that's totally okay, guys. If that's what you want to see, just let me know. And you know, I can go back to the other kind and maybe do these as a separate series. You know, I'm here to create content that you guys are enjoying seeing, and so let me know and I'll make sure to do that. So this is my scarf choice, and that's what inspired this makeup. So the warm taupey plain eyes, the lipstick I'm about to use, all was inspired by my brand new scarf that I just got. You'll see in the unboxing video that I'm putting up next week, or maybe at the end of this week, from my Wrapunzel order. I just got this a beautiful, amazing pashmina, and it's really warm toned, and that's great. And you know what? That's not anything I've ever really would have bought before or used before. So I did this sort of warm toned with a cool balanced eye. I'm going to do a pretty bold lip, all because I wanted to wear this scarf. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap for today, wrap this scarf up. And I'm just doing a bit of a modified beginner's luck scarf thingy. So I have my Wendy on, and this tutorial Wrapunzel posted, and I went to look for it for a friend on the wrap group when she asked, because I did sort of like a variation of this a couple days ago with the Marrakesh pashmina. You know what? I couldn't find it anywhere, so I'll try to look again. But if I can't find it, you guys, like, I think it was just sort of posted on their Facebook group. If I can't find it, then I'm sorry, Wrapunzel. I always try to link where I can the original tutorials, but if I can't find it, then I'm sort of SOL, as it were. Okay, so I wanted to show off this gorgeous border, but have a bit of an angle there. You ladies know how much of a fan of angles I am. Isn't this pashmina so beautiful? And I'm just so happy that, like, I don't know, I think like a year ago these warm colors would have scared me and I never would have bought something like this, and I would have shied away from it. And I'm really glad that that's not the case for me anymore, you know? Like, I just really appreciate what wrapping has given me in the sense of sort of freedom for expression, confidence for expression, all this great stuff. I realize that the thing is covering up my microphone. It's really hard to wrap and have a mic on you because they always seem to contradict each other. Yeah, so I'm just really grateful for that, and really grateful to be able to, you know, wear this awesome pashmina and be able to afford to buy it in the first place, and just all that great stuff. So when I'm done this video, as we were talking about Stranger Things, I'm actually going to go watch an episode of Stranger Things with my husband this afternoon. So I'm pretty darn excited for that. And hopefully, I mean, we have some Stranger Things fans on here. You guys know that I'm a pretty big geek, right? Like, I think I've talked about this before, but you know, I grew up watching Star Trek and Star Wars with my dad, and Lord of the Rings is like my absolute favorite thing in the whole wide world. And that I've pretty much memorized the extended versions of the movies, not just like the normal versions of the movies, but the extended versions, which I think harkens to the kind of, you know, craziness that is my love of Lord of the Rings. Yeah, and I just I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Christmas. And I did a bit of a Thanksgiving a couple of weeks ago for Jordan and I. And amongst all my crazy travels, I got the chance to actually do a proper Thanksgiving, which was great. I was really excited about that because, you know, that's the hard thing of being away from family, is you don't often get the chance to experience those sorts of things necessarily anymore. You don't really get the chance to do Thanksgiving, and, you know, so I made a turkey, and we made pie. It was like a whole thing, and it was really fun, and, you know, it was nice. You know, we try to celebrate these kinds of things even if we're not around and with our family as best as we can. I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Canadian friends anyway. I know Americans, you guys have yours close to Christmas, which I never really understood. I'm not liking how this is working today. I never really understood why you would do it so close to, it just seems weird to me. Like, don't you guys get tired of like holiday stuff? Like, I would get so tired of holiday stuff if I had to have Christmas and Thanksgiving so close together, just because I think that you know, Christmas is sort of, it's a lot and it's overwhelming, and a lot of family and turkey and all that great stuff. And then if you have no Thanksgiving right next to it, I don't know, it seems like a lot, but maybe I'm wrong. You guys can tell me, right? You can tell me if I'm wrong. There we go. That's more fun. So this is sort of like a Wrapunzel wrap that they posted, but it's a little different. I sort of was playing around with it last night to kind of customize it. Oh, I just pulled a thread out. I always try to take my engagement ring off because it's prongy and it pulls at my wrap, but I'll fix that later. But yeah, all right. So as you guys can see, I'm gonna scooch out a bit. There we go. You know, like I love this pashmina, and I love sort of isolating the pattern on it. So it's just kind of like, bam. All right, last but not least, the piece de resistance. The whole point of this makeup look was the ability to wear this lipstick. Pro tip for you, if you wrap and you're gonna wear liquid lipstick, do your wrap first and then put your lipstick on, because otherwise you'll do what I did and get lipstick, in this case it was a dark purple lipstick, all over a white wrap. I was not impressed, but all right. So this lipstick I got in a set. Can't talk and do this at the same time. I got it in a set, a Smashbox set of their legendary liquid lipsticks. And I've been wanting this color forever. And when I saw that it was in a set, I'm like, yeah. Because these lipsticks are individually $25, but the set of them was, a set of 7 was I think 60 or 70 bucks. So it ended up being, you know, like $10 a lipstick, which is a really good price. Like, that's drugstore lipstick. If you watched my latest Sephora unboxing video, you'll see the set, because I just got that in my latest video. Oh, I'm doing a messy job with this application today. It's one of those days. It's an eyeliner day. It's a lipstick day. I'm excited to do this for you guys, but yeah, it's just like not listening to me. There we go. Oh, friggin' love this lipstick. It's not matte. It's a foiled metallic, so it's very shiny. It's super pretty. Oh, delicious. So in love. All right, you guys, so here it is, all finished. Our November look of the month. We're rocking some autumn colors still, with the golds and the russets and the orange, but a bright, bold red lip, a sort of understated cool eye with some winged liner, and a nice sort of soft pink fluffy top to offset sort of all the color that's going on up here. Otherwise it would have been black, because pretty much I pair everything with black. It's an easy decision. But I really enjoyed creating this with you and talking to you guys a little bit about what's going on. Be gentle, this is my first time doing a video like this, and I know I ramble a little bit when I'm doing stuff like this, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, if you don't want to see this length of look of the month, let me know. I can do it in 2 separate videos, but I know you guys were asking a lot about how and why the choices for creating these things were. And in this case for me, I fell in love with this scarf. I wanted to wear it, so I wanted to do a particular look with this scarf, and I wanted to show you guys how I built that look and why. So I hope that came across, and I'll let you guys a little bit into what October, November have been like for me and what I'm looking forward to. And I just really look forward to your comments below and your questions. And if you like this video, please like it. And if you're new to my channel and you want to see more, please hit subscribe, because I do these every single month. They're an ongoing series, no plans to stop. And I really look forward to doing more of them for you. So I will see you again for my December look of the month. Ciao, lovelies. Mwah.